Hello, my darlings. This is Jessica, Crafty Pants in Chief from bespangle.com. I'm going to show you how to make some hanging mason jar lanterns. I'm going to use these for my wedding, but there are also tons of other fun ways that you can use these in your home and garden. Let's get started. I'm using some electrical wire. This is called Romex. This is 12 gauge copper wire inside. This piece is 13 inches long. And I'm just using this because I had it left over from a project around the house. You can also buy copper wire at the hardware store without this plastic coating so that you can skip the step if you want to go that route. Slicing this open with a very sharp knife, be careful, and pull it apart and reveal this bright, shiny, awesome copper wire inside. Now these other two wires are coated in plastic as well. This is copper in the center, but if you want to use these, I would recommend getting a wire stripper because that plastic coating is not as easy to take off. So I'm grabbing my round nose pliers and I'm going to make a loop in the one end of this piece of wire by grabbing it and twisting it around until it forms a P shape. Now I grab my mason jar and I'm going to form this piece of wire around this just under the lip. That's where we're going to hang the jar from. Now just bend it around. It should bend pretty easily, and hold it with your finger about halfway around and bend it out from there just like this. And then I'm going to use these heavy-duty wire cutters. These are actually floral wire cutters, and I'm cutting 1/2 inch from where I made that bend to give me enough room to make the loop there. So I'm going to do the same on this other side with the round nose pliers, and I am gripping the wire with the base of the pliers because I want to make the largest loop that I can make. Now I'm going to do the same with the other piece. Make a loop in one end, and actually I need to leave this open a little bit so that I can slip it inside of that other loop. Just hook it through and then use the pliers to close that loop back up around the other loop. So our loops are going in two different directions. We want to make sure that the one that we just made is facing up. Now again, with the jar, just bend the wire around to the other side, and right at the point where it crosses the loop for the first piece of wire, just bend that. This time we're going to bend it straight up, right where it crosses. And grab the wire cutters and cut about 1/2 inch from where you made the bend. And again, use your round nose pliers to loop that end. Make sure that loop is going the same direction as the first loop for this piece of wire, and leave it open just a little bit so that we can hook it around the other loop. Just like that. And don't forget to close the loop, twisting it around with your pliers. And now we have finished the first part. It should look just like this. So we're ready to make the hanging part. This is another piece of wire, 13 inches long. Do the same thing, just make a loop in the end, about the same size towards the end of the widest part of the plier jaws. And leave that open, and we're going to hook it through the horizontal loop, the one that's sticking out. And grab the pliers and close up that loop. And pull on the wire to straighten it out just a little bit before we bend it into a curve. And this is our last loop. Make sure it's facing the same way as the one on the other side. And leave it open so that we can hook it through. Now you know what to do. Close up the loop. And just shape the hanging part if it needs it. Just kind of stretch it out. This wire is pretty soft, so you can kind of bend and pull it a little bit. Get it where it's nice and neat. And that's it. We're done. You have a hanging mason jar lantern. You can put real candles in here. You could put LED candles like the ones that I'm using in these. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial. Be sure to check out bespangled.com/blog for more great craft projects. See y'all next time.